I wanted to share this experience before I forget, but it was a good one. So the company that I work with is National Seating and Mobility, and so thank you to them for coming and working with my wheelchair yesterday. I had two things that needed to be done. One was the left arm, if you're sitting in my chair, excuse me, the left side. So they needed to change that one because I think one of the bolts was broken or something. So they changed that. So I have a new arm right now. And my batteries, they really needed to change my batteries. My wheelchair was getting really jerky and not responding very well. So they they changed. They went from lithium to gel and gel batteries. And I kind of asked him. Um, I said, why the switch? And they said, well, gel batteries are really made for your model of wheelchair. And I'm like, oh, well, good to know. So this whole time I had lithium, and maybe they sell the Jazzy Select 6 with the lithium first, and then they change it over to the gel. I don't know, but I'd have to investigate. But now that I have the new batteries, it's going really smoothly, not jerking on me. So, and it seems like the gel also, I have to read up more on it, but the gel batteries have much more tolerance to weather, especially cold weather, which is good because I do live in cold weather. I'm in the middle of winter here. Uh, so, and I'll show you a picture. We had some fresh snowfall yesterday. So this is good. It's working really well. I have to learn more about the gel batteries. It doesn't work so well in hot weather. Like if you lived in Arizona or whatever, I suppose you would have to have lithium batteries. But it is my wheelchair with the gel batteries are working much better. I'm hoping it goes okay with the airlines. I know that the airlines, if they don't like the batteries, they'll take them out and they'll wrap them and then they'll re-plug them in for you. So, but that's all on them if they want to take the batteries out from the wheelchair once they put them down below. Um, but so tell me if anybody has gel batteries and how it's gone when they've gone into to fly. So and what they do with their gel batteries. I think they're fine. They're approved by the airline, so not a problem. But truly, the guy was really nice, and I told him about our channel and how I, give out as much information as I can about wheelchairs. And he said, "Well, I'm sending my people over there." Because I'm sure as a tech, he repeats information over and over, and that's hard, and he only has so much time. So like in 30 minutes he was done, putting a new arm on and the change of batteries. So I think it's really important to have that support when it's really time to change batteries or change a part. And these parts, the batteries and the arm, were covered by my insurance. I've never asked for any part for the wheelchair in these 3 years because I've taken real good care of my wheelchair. So, so it all went well. I am really happy with the batteries. And same thing, same care. You plug them in at night, and they were just fine in the morning. So, you know, but I need to learn. I knew about lithium, but not about gel. So I need to, read up on that and make sure I understand the function of the batteries. Uh, However, it's like with any other battery that if you are in harsh weather, it might reduce the strength of the battery. So that's with any battery, lithium, gel, or any of the other. So that's really important to know and to understand. Because, I go across the parking lot, and it's a huge parking lot to get over to another church over there. And so when it's really cold, if it's like below zero, obviously I'm not going to go because that's a shock to my body. Forget about the wheelchair. And right now there's 3 to 4 inches of snow. So, if there are just two, I might go across, but not with 3 or 4. That's just a bit too much. And I would have to really make sure that the parking lot was plowed, before I even dared to go out. So, and there's a little open in the fence that they made the church for us so we could go through, but that's not plowed. So they probably dumped some snow right there. So there's even more snow right there in the crossing. And to get to the sidewalk, we have a slope that goes down to the sidewalk. When the cars are driving out and I'm going down to the sidewalk, there's a slope. So with this kind of weather, windy, with snow, you don't know where the slick points are. So one day I remember I tried to go down the slope because I wanted to take a bus, and it was, one of our maintenance guys said, "Hey, Lisa, where are you going?" I said, "Well, I was thinking about getting the bus, but it's very slippery, so I'm going back in." He said, "Good idea." So it's glad to know there's people around you that care, don't want you sliding off into the street. So but I just wanted to share that experience with my with the batteries, because I think it's important to, batteries usually last about 1 to 2 years. So you have to remember that. Put a note on your calendar that around the second year, your insurance, if you got it through insurance, the insurance will pay for the new batteries. They don't expect you to hang on to those batteries until the 5th year, because you will not go anywhere after probably the 3rd year. I was already sputtering, but I wanted to get the last juice out of those lithium batteries. So that's something important to keep in mind. If you've got your wheelchair or your scooter through insurance, know that after 2 years, you are allowed to request new batteries. And, you might say, "I don't care if I'm sputtering or not, I'll just get the new batteries," because then, that will last another couple of years. So very important to have that in mind. Mine was 3 years old already, and I was sputtering. It was hard to turn because it was jerky, very jerky. And so I contacted my therapist. She said, "No, you're entitled to request new batteries and to get that arm fixed, and the insurance will cover it." She said, "Go ahead and request it." I said, "Okay." So, I let my manager know, and we got it all arranged. It took a long time for National Seating and Mobility to get things all straightened out and paperwork, and to request the batteries and request the arm, and waiting for them to come, all that kind of stuff. So that took a long time, but we finally got it done. And I'm happy with it. And I'm happy with the service, even though it took a long time. But they came finally. So for anyone out there who purchased their wheelchair, outside of the insurance, just know that, keep in mind that date of 2 years. You really want to change your batteries. I wouldn't wait as long as I did, because, it's going to get a little jerky, a little sputtery. For the scooters, you really want to be careful, because those batteries are much smaller and don't have as much strength as the power wheelchairs. So you really want to be careful with your scooter. I would say, just getting to that 2-year mark, you really want to request your batteries, because you don't want to be stranded somewhere. So that is my recommendation during this season, this holiday, this winter. And I'll post a few pictures of the winter out there. All right, folks, take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.